Hello, I'm Will. What I do is I talk a lot around workplace violence that incorporates personal safety, lone working, dealing with difficult people or incidents, and even elements of security. And what I also do is I also try and give a bit of advice and guidance in the areas of it. And every now and again, people will ask me questions, or what they'll do is they'll ask my opinion on things. Now, in today's video, I'm going to talk about, well, emergency tools. These two were sent by a client of mine to ask me my opinion on them. Now, this is no scientific, shall we say, review. This is no criticism. This is nothing on expert level. Okay, this is just me being asked my opinion because I've been involved in this kind of, shall we say, sector for quite some time. Emergency tools, yeah, they're quite good. They're quite handy. Anything's handy that's going to basically protect you, reduce the risk, or in the event of an incident where you actually have to react to something and you've got something that will aid in that, whether it's a mobile phone, a lone working device, or anything like tools or equipment, I think it's okay. So what I did was I took them for a couple of days, had a look at them, had a play around with them. Now, I haven't smashed any car windows. A few jokes in the team were about that because we'll leave that conversation for another day. But no, I didn't smash any windows. I haven't got any opportunity at the moment to go to any of the scrap yards, or even, I'm not going to smash my own car windows. But again, I used them on bits of wood and things like that, and I cut quite a bit of material with them just to see what they're like. So here's what I thought of these items here. So this is the larger of the two items in the emergency tool, and as you're looking at it, it is based on, shall we say, a small light hammer, with the body actually being plastic, with actually the main area here being steel, for the reason being is obviously being strong enough to be used to penetrate any form of glass. When you're looking at the item on the right hand side down here, this here is basically the seatbelt cutter, where you hook the actual body of the emergency tool into the actual seatbelt, rip it down, and hopefully with your strength and your angle you'll be able to then cut through the actual seatbelt. The body itself has been designed to be holded as like a hammer effect with a good grasp. Also, moving up the body here, you'll see this little button here, and that button is for the light. So you activate it, and as you can see, there's a small torch. Now, I used these last night just to see how bright they are. They are actually only designed to light up the area that you're going to strike. Again, when you're looking at the body itself, as you'll see here, with the pinnacle point here, the sharpest end here, is designed so that when you actually strike the actual glass, it's supposed to break. Also, reading more about this actual emergency tool, which I found was quite, well, interesting, was it can be used as an aid to help people in and out of vehicles. This end here clicks into one of the locking systems on your door and can be used as an angle to help the person in or help the person out. It is quite big and bulky. I've seen different price ranges from £5 up to £9 on various online stores. Again, it depends if you're happy to carry an item this large within the vehicle. It was actually noted on one of the actual reviews I was reading that it can be mistaken for a weapon. However, I think it's where it's carried in the vehicle, or shall we say used, will determine if it is actually a weapon. Now, the second device I was sent was obviously a smaller version of it, and what it basically is, it's designed to be carried on your key ring, just to be kept on a set of keys, or even within, shall we say, the glove compartment of the vehicle. It only has two features, one being the cutter here, and two being this area here, which propels the ball bearing from the rear to the front when pressure is pressed against the glass with this. It does seem like a good little device to carry in the event of emergency. One thing I did note myself looking at it over the past few days is this area here. It's not as strong as what I would have liked, because when you're actually trying to use the blade to cut through a seat belt, this might break with your adrenaline. and also the person's movement. But again, it's still something that can be carried. Another thing I noted myself was when I was trying to hold it and press it against anything to force the ball bearing forward to, shall we say, pierce the glass, I did note that it was quite slippy on some of the items. But again, it's still another device that can be used in the event of an emergency. So I hope you enjoyed the videos. Whether you decide to go for a larger, shall we say, emergency tool, or the short, small one that can be fitted on a keyring or within your car. It depends, all down to you. I always say that you always select the item that you will use and you will carry. For instance, if you're going to be, shall we say, using different vehicles, well, you won't really carry that because that's quite bulky. So you might carry that on a keyring, or it might be just part of your bag or something like that. But if you're permanently in a vehicle, perhaps this would be quite handy. Myself, I've come across quite a few RTCs in my career of travelling around. Even within Quell, I've been on the road for about 16 years. Not at the moment, unfortunately, but I know I'll be back on the road soon enough. But I've come across RTCs, but I've also remembered when I've come across them, my own safety, and not only that, the safety of the actual person involved in the incident. I don't want to start pulling them out of vehicles and smashing things and pulling things apart to get to them if there's no need to, whereas it's just as easy as ring 999, because if I get involved in something and I get injured, well, there's 2 casualties for the emergency services to deal with. However, saying that, as I said to my client, let's look at the roles of the staff and let's see which would be best suited for them. And let's see if the staff are happy. And the last thing I said was this: if you as an organisation are going to issue some form of equipment, I would just implement some training with it as well, and also make sure you put it in your procedures. Thank you for watching. Please continue to watch. Please ask questions all in relation to workplace violence. I continue to make videos. Lastly, as always, in every other video I see, please subscribe, please like, please share, because the more people actually get engaged, the more information I can share. Stay safe whatever you're doing, and bye for now.